Hello. So yesterday we failed to do the Old One's Army a few times and probably wasted a bit more time than we should have. Uh, this episode we're definitely going to be fighting the Perforators, but I have to farm out some more Jester's arrows. I'm not sure if there's an NPC that I can buy stars from just outright, which would be very convenient. Because then I wouldn't have to pay quite as much. Sorry, I wouldn't have to like spend quite as much time. I'd have to pay quite a bit. But since I've been farming out money every now and then, when I'm just waiting for stuff, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Obviously you wouldn't have that. Deviant isn't going to have it. How about you? Will you have anything? No. You won't have stars. I don't think anyone's going to be selling me stars. At least not for a while. I know some people will sell stuff like stars, but I'm not sure exactly. Oh, he does. 10 silver a star. I think that's fine. I'm gonna find something to sell quite a bit of because we are gonna need quite a few Jester's arrows in total. Just for like the next few bosses for sure. We don't need multiple Hearts of Darkness. Also, there's the wizard hat, but I'm going to go with that next time. When I get a Hades die, I'll start using that because I really like having Hades die on that. So, definitely going to wait till then to use that. I guess I could sell urchin stingers. What are these used for? They're just used for rogue armor, so that's fine. Anything else I can sell? Um, Dynamites probably won't be able to sell for anything. Sturdy Fossil might sell for something. I can definitely sell like half of my, well, more than half. Just a bunch of my tissue samples and stuff because they're going to be easy to farm back up. And it's not like I can't beat them. So, okay, those have no value, those have no value. I'm just going to get rid of them anyways because I don't need them. Let's buy ourselves. We'll do 100 stars. 103 stars. That should be good enough. So let's craft up our Jester's arrows here. Yeah, this will definitely be more than enough. I'm gonna need some more, like, normal arrows, too. I might want to get a bunch of wood, but I don't know. Okay, so we've made ourselves quite a few Jester's arrows. So now we can head out and try and fight the Perforators. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to do probably the more cheesy method of, since I'm in death mode, I can just abuse the fact that I don't have to fight him. So if I can't find the structure that I need to fight him, then I'll just wait until he spawns in to kill him. But yeah, that's what we're going to go for. I'm going to leave the Eternia Crystal in there. The Defiled Rune. Oh! I doubt this would affect too much stuff. Yeah, I had the Defiled Rune on because I was getting more gold because it gives you 50% more cash. And this is this is effective even after you've killed a boss. So that's convenient. So I was using that to get more gold farms. But knowing that that was on, yeah, I probably could have fought some stuff a bit better. I'm going to make sure I have some good potions for this fight. I'm going to make sure I have some regen, some iron skin, some swiftness, some endurance. I can't get life force yet, so I'm not going to go with those. Some archery for sure. Some hunter potions. And then... oh, cold protection in death mode, that's nice. Night vision and shine potions, just so then people can actually see it if it's dark out. We'll toss these bad boys in here, and then I'll head over to the Crimson. Okay, so I've found a assist right next to the arena. So we're just going to get it really close to death, and then crap. I'm gonna have to go through this area right here. Okay, so we're gonna buff up first, then we're gonna get it really close, swap over to Jesters, and head on into the arena. Now I do have the thing active here, because it will be very convenient for me to have this this totem here. This guy is pretty much just this. You just go back and forth and just jump over him. It's pretty simple. I mean, you can go under him, but if he ooh, I need to get my pattern back together. If you have him high enough, all of his attacks will just go into the blocks and they won't actually drop down because they have collisions. And then when he goes into higher mode, when he summons somebody, you'll have the ability to just stand in the same spot while the worms just fail to attack you. Now we're going into phase 2, which is just as crazy as phase 1. I'm glad he doesn't have that big of a hitbox, honestly, because if he did, he'd definitely be hitting us here. But yeah, this is like the easiest strategy ever. If you have like any amount of range, you can just do this. And you even get like a chance to just stand still for a while. So if you're a mage, like it's totally just as easy as if you're ranged, which I think is very nice compared to like a lot of other bosses where like it's so anti-specifically you. Okay, so here I'm taking really bad advantage of what I should be taking advantage of. But this worm has multiple segments now, which I did not know. And definitely am scared of, but, you know. You live and you learn. Yeah, he's not that bad. He's just like a weak... Like, all the perforator worms are pretty weak, so it's not that big of a deal. Just gonna keep cheesing him. Well, not really cheesing, just outmaneuvering him, honestly. He does have this, like, he really wants to inertia his way up to you, which is kind of annoying, but if you double jump, it's not that bad. But sometimes he does catch you, because you jumped a little bit too early. But yeah, this Perforators, compared to the Hive Mind, this is like the easiest boss fight in the universe. It's crazy, honestly, how much of a difference it makes between the two. But yeah, just taking advantage of the fact that they're worms as well. Very nice, because you can hit them so many times with Jester's arrows, and it just gives you so much damage per second. Okay, we can switch off the Jester's arrows now, so we can get that nice DPS from the burn effect. So yeah, that was the Perforators. That went about as well as I thought it would, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's an easy fight. I also did have a 15% damage buff, because this gives 15% damage buff and 10 defense at the cost of 20% health, which isn't that bad, honestly, because normally if you take like one hit, you're fine, but if you're taking multiple hits, there's no way you're gonna survive the entire fight. So yeah, there's that. So that gives us, not Blighted Gel. What does that give us? That gives us something special, I thought. Maybe blood samples? Is it blood samples? It's blood samples. Okay. So let's head back and see what we can make with these bad boys. Are you serious? Like right away? You're gonna do that right away? I'm so glad I can just cancel events. It's so nice. Like, screw you. Screw you and your blood moon. I was trying to make something here, or see what I can make here. So let's look at the items that we actually got. So we got the Bloody Worm Tooth, which does 5% increased damage reduction and increased melee stats. 10% increased damage reduction and melee stats when below 50% life. I'm fairly certain that combines with the Worm Scarf. Fairly certain? Nope. What does that combine with? It does. The Worm Tooth and the Worm... Oh, at a Mithril Anvil. That's interesting. So yeah, we got that. We could have that. That's 5% damage reduction difference, but the melee stats. But I'm not a melee character, so it's not really that big of a deal, so I'm going to keep with the Worm Scarf. We'll just plop that in there. Next up, we've got the Godly Bloodbath. Drenches your foes in blood. Let's see what this is like. Oh, yeah, I've seen this before. So basically it just rains down. It's like fallen stars. It rains blood down from above. Oh, a new pet. What does this pet look like? Pretty gross. We'll go with the dino. We'll actually sell that because that's not a component. And then we also have the sausage maker, which is a spear. Oh, it's an auto fire spear. That's pretty nice. 35 melee, 41 true melee. Sprays homing blood on hit. That's actually pretty crazy how it has 41 true melee. Which, honestly, that's really strong. Let's sell this. Let's also... We'll keep all that stuff. It's not like they're materials for anything, but, you know, we'll keep them. I also forgot to put the campfires down. But yeah, they give vertebrae, as well as some blocks and some blood samples. So we'll see what we can do with the blood samples after we read the lore. An abomination of commingled flesh, bone, and organ. Infested primarily by blood-slurping worms. Yeah, makes sense. Favorite this item to make for all your Favorite this item for all of your projectiles to inflict ichor when in the Crimson. However, enemy spawn rates will be greatly increased from your body, excreting a sweet-smelling pus. Yeah, that one's pretty meh because it has a deadly cost of causing a whole bunch more enemies to spawn. And in death mode, it seems like there's a lot of enemies that spawn, so not very interested in that. We can craft with the blood samples a stealth thing, a summon, okay. Oh, the bloodbath, which we have. Sausage maker, which we have. What about the carnage ray? Magic damage. Fires a blood ray that splits if enemies are near it. Huh. It's interesting. So it's like a mini last prism. And this is probably a short sword, if I'd like to guess. This one fires a blood ball that sticks to tiles and explodes. Interesting. Rogue weapon. There's no ranged weapon for this guy. That's kind of interesting. Alright, so I guess what we'll do is we'll just keep those for later. I don't know what I'm gonna be able to make. I'll look at the wiki and see what we should try and make ranged weapon wise for the next boss, which should be the Queen Bee, if I'm thinking correctly. We've got Queen Bee, yeah, which probably won't be as hard as it always is for me, just because I've had quite a while of getting used to the game again. But yeah, I'll see what I can't make and head over to the Queen Bee in the jungle. Can't believe I actually forgot about this, but once we've killed the Perforators or Hivemind, the world starts getting arrow spec, which is a new ore that we can get. It's basically like a cloud ore to indicate the fact that you should be able to explore the world a bit more, you know? So we should be able to see, like, somewhere in caves and stuff, we can get area light ore, which is right here. It's kind of bluish. It looks kind of like a silver tungsten, probably. So that ore, we're going to mine up a whole bunch of that so we can get a better set of armor. But I also realized that Calamity has a nice weapon called the Dragoon Drizzlefish. Now this weapon can be fished up in the Brimstone Crag, which is always... I'm not sure if it's always in the bottom left of the side of the world, but it's always in the... Why have I seen that spot of the world? Why have I seen the top left corner of the world? But it's always in one of the bottom corners. I'm guessing it's in the bottom left, just because that's how it is in every world I've played, even though every world I've played has had the jungle on the left side and not the right side. But yeah, I'm going to go into the bottom left and see if I can't find it there. And I'm also going to explore a little bit of hell. So yeah, I'll try and get some stuff from there. I do have the Nightmare Pickaxe, so I can harvest that stuff. But I do need to be fairly prepared because Obsidian Skin doesn't do as much as it's supposed to do in death mode. So I'm definitely going to be burning up and dying a lot. So yeah, it'll be quite the adventure, but I'm going to get some area light as well as this cool fish. And I'll see you guys when I get the area light. Okay, I just want to say that this is stupid. There's two voodoo demons here. These are the first demons that I've seen, except apart from this one. The first two demons I see are voodoo demons, and they're both just standing there. Like, what is this game? At least I'm not gonna have trouble finding voodoo demons. But also, like, I don't want to fight these things because they do 80 damage to me. Nope. And I don't want... Oh my goodness, where did it hit me from? Oh, the Hellbat. What is this game? Two voodoo demons right off the bat, dude. I'm gonna need some serious defense. But yeah, I got a decent amount of Hellstone as well as the Hellforge. So, at least there's that. Holy cow. So, I'm out here on the back end of my aerialite hunting spree. I did have to go into a sky island, just because you do need skystone to make aerialite stuff, which makes sense because, you know, aerial stuff, having stuff in the sky makes quite a bit of sense. What do we want to trash? We'll get rid of these three. Okay, so we'll head back. Now, I did make something which I looked at a bit earlier, like a while ago. It's called the Storm Surge. You make it using two aerialite bars, two Victides, and a Stormline Mandible. Very easy. It doesn't use any ammo, and I haven't actually shot it before, so it says Fear the Storm, so who knows what exactly it does. Let's take a crack at it. Wow. Oh, it's not even... Okay, that's interesting. It's not auto fire, but it shoots really quickly, honestly. I need to get a target dummy just so I can tell like how much damage I actually do. So I'm gonna do that. I'll do that right now. Cause that's kind of like, you know, you just start shooting stuff and you're like, yep, it shoots the projectiles there. I don't know how much damage it does, but it shoots projectiles, that's for sure. Does it collide with stuff? No, it doesn't collide with stuff, so it just goes a specific distance, and then it's done. So I managed to find two Star Furies, actually, which is very interesting that I found a second one. Considering I only did one chest. But yeah, so we've got that stuff. And then if we want to make the aerialite, ooh, didn't want to do that. Aerialite. As you can see, it's just aerialite ore. But if we want to turn it into aerospec armor, we need to use a sky mill, which I managed to get one, as well as some feathers, some clouds, rainy and normal, as well as some aerialite bars. So I will need to hunt down some feathers, but I'm just going to buy them because harpies do tons of damage, like an insane amount of damage. And then there's also this, the Aesthetis. Now this thing does 16 damage, no crit strike, fast speed, very weak knockback. It fires crystals that explode and slow enemies down. And this is one of those classless weapons that it just, whatever damage rating you have, it scales with that. So I could have this scale with melee damage as well as some ranged accessories, and it would work. Don't you love it when like trucks just engine brake in your town? Anyways, so it'll scale with any type of weapon and accessory, I'm fairly certain. So that'll be nice. I'd like to try that out, but I do need to get a meteorite. So what I'm going to be doing in between episodes is I'm going to do a buttload of farming. As you can see, I got some Hellstone and upgraded our storage a bit, so now we can hold 800 items. But yeah, I'm going to do a bit of farming, find some meteorite, mine the meteorite, because obviously there's no boss associated with that. But then I'm also going to go down and explore the Brimstone Crag. As you can see, we haven't even gone left or right in hell at all, so I have quite a bit of exploring to do there. I also forgot that there were these floating islands up above. I forget it every time, but they have all sorts of stuff in them, so that'll be good to check out. And I did find the dungeon, it's right here. I just haven't looked inside of it yet. But yeah, so that'll be it for today. In between episodes, I'm going to get some aerialite, just because it's a whole bunch of... Actually, I can get that right now, hold on. You, sir. Do not sell feathers. Who sells the feathers? one of these guys sells feathers. I think it's not you because you sell boss stuff. I think it's, where is this person? This person. You sell boss items, but I'm fairly certain, oh, you don't sell feathers. That's interesting. Who sells the feathers? I'm confused. One of these people sells feathers. I'm gonna find him. Okay, I guess none of them actually sell feathers. So I'm gonna have to grind out some feathers. That'll take quite a while. But yeah, the aerospec equipment gives quite a bit of defense compared to mine. So 7 and 6 for the foot and chest. And mine gives 4 and 5. So it's gonna be a 2 defense increase, as well as having, I'm fairly certain the set bonuses are very convenient, especially for this. But I'm also going to be able to get some wings. The Skyline Wings, which they do take bones, so I'm not going to get them right away. But before the much anticipated slime god fight, I'm going to actually be able to use these. And they give pretty crappy stats compared to like angel wings. So they have the same horizontal speed and acceleration. However, the flight time is almost half. And the only bonus is increased jump speed while wearing aerospec, which makes sense that I'd wear them with aerospec. But there's also a ring that we can make. I know, tons of accessory slots that I can use. There's a ring that we can make that increases our flight time by 25%, as well as our movement speed by 20%. So this will allow us to move pretty quickly and easily through stuff. And then later on, we can obviously turn it into our boots to start getting the Calamity boots upgrades. So yeah, for now, we're going to farm up some wings and do some of that stuff. And then I'll see you guys in the next episode. But for now, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Woo.